assured us that it would not happen again, hopefully.
Families of those brought to rest at Louisville Cemetery were restless for months, waiting for someone to answer why these grounds weren't being maintained. Tonight, the strangers turned partners say they have a better idea of what comes next. Thanks for joining us for Wave News at 11. I'm Jose Sosaya. Months ago, visiting children and friends reported that the grave sites were covered in overgrowing weeds and no one was pruning them. They turned to each other, forming a volunteer association in the meantime. And Wave News reporter Julia Richardson joins us with some updates in her ongoing report. Julia.
Yeah, Jose, many people have been going out to the cemetery for months with their own yard tools to clean up their loved ones' grave sites. And some of those grave sites are completely covered in grass and bushes. Now the owners have made contact with the group and are promising a better future.
We have no intention of walking away from our obligations.
This comes as a relief to hundreds of people who have family members buried at the Louisville Cemetery, which has not had staff since at least last September. Tammy Fletcher started the Louisville Cemetery Improvement Association, hoping to find a way to make sure the cemetery was regularly taken care of. And for months, Fletcher and other members of the group have been reaching out to the cemetery's owners without any luck. Until recently.
He actually called me.
Clark Cox and Larry Provitt own the cemetery. Cox, who lives in Louisville, joined the association's meeting this past weekend over Zoom.
I apologize for any problems we may have caused you and your families. Our families are buried in that cemetery also.
Cox says the owners suspended operations because they didn't know why staff were not keeping up with maintenance. Now he says they're gathering funds to keep the cemetery running and even buy land for an expansion. Cox says the cemetery's office should be back open by April 15th.
Have you put process changes in place? Is there new oversight to prevent this from happening again?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Those with family members buried at the cemetery hope this is a fresh start for everyone.
I don't know him, and they may say one thing and do something else, but the committee, I do have faith in them.
And even though they've reached their goal, the committee plans to stay around to keep the owners accountable. Fletcher says while it's been a lot of work, she's done it all for her brother, who was buried at the cemetery.
I hope that he's proud of me.
And Cox says the next month will be all about coordinating funding for the cemetery. And if you visit, you will probably start seeing staff in the office sorting things out by mid-March. And by mid-April, the cemetery should be up and running as usual. And anyone who has burials scheduled should be able to do them as planned. Julia Richardson, Wave News.